Welcome back to this 5-part mini-series on the 5 things you need to know on how to raise your self-confidence. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about your self-worth, why your self-worth is equal to your net worth. And you're going to want to stay at the very end because I'm going to give you an exercise to help you measure your own self-worth. Before we get started, just a little bit about me so you know who I am. Okay, guys, welcome back. So I want to start off with one question for you to ask yourself. And if you have a pen and paper, take it out. If not, type it in the comment. Am I worthy? It starts with you seeing the value of yourself. This is a question that is very intimate. And for you to help you and for you to study you, ask yourself that. Am I worthy? So there's 3 main components in your self-worth. 1, your value, the value that you deem yourself to be. You accepting yourself for who you are at this very moment. You knowing that you can overcome all the challenges. You also knowing what you're good at and what you're not good at, but accepting yourself for who you are. And the 3rd one is your belief in yourself. When you have belief in yourself, then you have faith. Belief and faith, they go hand in hand. If you don't believe in yourself, then you don't have faith in yourself. We want you to start to believe in yourself. So let's go back to highlight one thing. Let's look at the value that you are giving to yourself. Is your time valuable? Is the service that you're providing valuable? How many of you guys, and I fell into this trap before, know that you deserve to get paid more, maybe with your boss, at your job, or even with the service, and yet you're not there? Is it because you're not asking? Is it because you're fearful that they might reject you? What is that thing that is holding you back? When you know you are worthy of certain things, are you afraid to ask? So let me give you a really great example of my own experience when I first started. And this is my self-worth. I've been a speaker, an executive coach, a mentor for quite some time now. I would say I started in 2020 and we're in 2024. When I first started, I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself because prior to this, I started my career in this world of entertainment, storytelling, film, TV. Fast forward, that was something that I wanted to do in the past. So I didn't feel like I was worthy. And then one thing I had to learn is selling. And the most important thing, the most scariest thing was selling myself. Immediately, who am I? Who's gonna wanna work with me? Who's gonna hire me? I mean, even the fact of putting myself as a coach just on my social media was such a big deal. I had to look at it and stare at it for hours before I hit save. My fear was like, can I really bring the value? Am I able to deliver? Am I able to help people? So I went back and I worked on my self-image, which we covered in the last episode. Who is Lillian? What do I want to become? And I start to show up. I also start to take small steps, every single step. So I remember the first time when I was taking discovery calls and people were inquiring and working with me, my heart would be, I would be very scared. And when I present myself, like how much am I valued at? At that time, I was so scared and I got a lot of rejection. But the thing is, the more rejection I got, I took it as this is all a practice round. Someone invested their time and their attention with me, and I'm only getting better and better and better and better and better. And the first client I signed up, I gave it everything. I gave them 1,000% of my time, my resource, my energy. I showed up. And that's when my self-worth started to increase by taking these actions, celebrating the wins. I call it the 1% edge because every single step that you start to take, there's gonna be a compound effect. Everything started to shift, my confidence started to radiate when I started to see the results from my clients, from the people around me. And not only that, the results in myself, because I'm also applying everything that I've learned and I teach to improve myself as well. That's when I really know what my value is. I don't work with people that are trying to lowball me, because I realize if I'm not going to respect myself, if I'm not going to put the value to my own tag, then who is? That's where you take the power back. And I'm inviting you to take your power back. What is it that you will love? When you are confident in what you're worth, when you're confident what you can deliver, there's always an exchange of service. Whether if you're working for a company, you're helping them build a company, generate a lot of money and providing service. Or you're working for yourself. That's even more important, because this is your life. But once you have that value, then you know your net worth. Because you know what to ask, you know where to put your energy on, you know when to say no, so you have room for the opportunities that are in harmony with you and respect you and value you to come in. And that's when everything starts to change. We only have 24 hours in a day, like every single person. How are you using them? So I told you at the end I was gonna give you an exercise for you to measure where you're at in your self-worth. And specifically the self-worth that ties into your money net worth, okay? And it doesn't matter where you are in your life. Right now we're opening up the awareness. So what is the most that you have earned in a month? That sets the threshold for most people of they believe this is how much they can earn, okay? And then I want you to ask yourself, how much would I love to earn? Okay, whatever gap you see, that is the room that you're able to elevate. Then I want you to start thinking, what can I improve on? How is this person showing up? How does this person talk, speak, think, make decisions? And this all ties into what we just discussed in the last episode, self-image. Your self-image and your self-worth, they work hand in hand. When you know your self-worth, you have a healthy self-image. When you know your self-worth, you radiate confidence. You don't even need to tell other people. When you show up, people could already feel it. But everything starts with you. So in the next episode, I'm gonna talk about your relationship with yourself. I will see you there. Bye, guys.